Hello. Today I'm gonna be teaching you elimination and substitution methods. Before we start, I'll provide the solutions for the homework that I gave you in the last video. It was a chapter about graphing. You may pause the video for a while for checking. Since I don't want to give a long and boring introduction to you, I'd like to just jump right into the questions. Sounds good? Alright, let's do this. I'll try to explain as I solve this question with you, so please pay attention and follow me, okay? Question 1. Find the x and y values that can satisfy both equations below. So we have to figure out what the x and y are, and we're given two equations, and that's enough information to figure out what x and y should be. So watch. I'm going to assign alphabets to these equations. The first one is gonna be equation A, I'll call it. The second equation is gonna be equation B, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to make this x from equation A have the same number in front as this x from equation B. And to do that, what should I do to this x? I should double it, right? Multiply by 2. But then I can't just multiply this one by 2, but rather I have to multiply the entire equation by 2. So this equation multiply by 2. And what should this be? It's gonna be 2x plus 2y equals 6. So I multiply each term by 2 so that I didn't change this equation. It's still the same equation if you think about it, right? Now, here's the important part. It's very important, so pay attention. I'm going to subtract equation B from equation A. So A minus B. Okay? And what does this even mean? So, I'll show it to you now. Equation A was 2x plus 2y equals 6. And equation B was 2x plus 3y equals 8. And I'm going to subtract this entire equation like this. So 2x minus 2x is 0. 2y minus 3y is minus y equals 6 minus 8 equals minus 2. So I subtract them vertically, and individually. Okay? So in the end, what do we get? 0 minus y, which is minus y, equals minus 2. Which means, therefore, the triple dot, it means therefore y equals 2. What I did here is that I subtracted one equation from the other to eliminate x. So make x disappear. And how did I eliminate x again? I multiplied one of the equations in a way that the two x's have the same amount, and then minus them so that they cancel each other nicely, like they disappear. But then the y's, they still survived. So the y's are still there. So we were able to find the y value at the end. So that was cool. That is the elimination method. But how about the x value? Oh, this is the easy part. Since now you have found the y value, just pick one of the equations here. Which one do you want? I'll choose maybe the second one, it really doesn't matter, and I'll show you why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to substitute y value. So I mean plug in the y values in the equation. So it's gonna be 2x plus 3 times 2, because the y value is 2, equals x. Let's see. 2x plus 6 equals 8, which means 2x equals 2 and x is equal to 1. This is the substitution method. So with what we found before, substitute the number into equation and find for the other one, which was x. And we found that the x value is equal to 1. You could even try to substitute into equation A. You want to try that? Let's do that. So x plus y, which is 2, equals 3, right? So that means x is 1. Oh, that was easier. Okay, maybe I chose the wrong one, but nevertheless, we got the same answer. That's why I meant either one will be okay. It doesn't matter. You can just choose whatever you want, whichever looks easier. Okay? So our answer is going to be x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. This is our answer. Let's move on to question 2. It's again asking for the x and the y values, and we have two new equations here. So just as before, I would try to make these two x's have the same amount. Oh, but one is minus and one is plus. That doesn't matter, and you'll see why. I'm just gonna make the numbers same, so I'm going to multiply the first equation by 3. Watch. There we go. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add equation A to equation B. So what does this mean? So I have my new equation A, which is it's not new, it's the same equation, but it just looks a bit different. But they're still the same equation. I have the original 3x plus y equals 18. And what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna plus it. I'm gonna add them together. Now see what happens. Minus 3x plus 3x. What is that? That's 0. I eliminated it. So before I subtracted it to make this 0, but this time I added them to make this 0. So this time it's gonna be 6y plus y, which is 7y, and 3 plus 18 is 21. This means probably our y value is 3. You can tell, right? So again, why did I minus it before and plussing it now? Because my ultimate goal is to just eliminate x. So whether to plus it or minus it is gonna be part of your smart decision. So you can have your own plan as long as you can somehow eliminate x. So now that I have the y value, which is equal to 3, I'm gonna just choose one of the equations. I'll choose, Okay, this one looks easier. So minus x plus 2 times our y value was 3, so 2 times 3 equals 1. Which means minus x plus 6 equals 1. And that means x equals minus 5. Because if we move 6 to the other side, it's going to be minus 6. Therefore, our x value is going to be 5. Do you want to try with the second equation? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. 3x plus 3 this time, because y is equal to 3, equals 18. That means 3x is equal to 15 because we moved 3 to the other side, which will become minus 3. Therefore, our x value is still 5. We still got the same answer. So it does not matter which one you use for substitution method. Okay? So our final answer is gonna be x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 3. There we got the right answer. Question 3. Again, find the x and the y values. But now we have these two equations. One has 2x and the other has 3x. Can you come up with an idea? Some of you may have. We have to find a common factor. What is the least common multiple of these two numbers? 6, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to multiply equation A by 3 and also multiply equation B by 2. Then we'll have, so if we multiply equation A by 3, it's gonna be 6x plus 15y equals, what is 23 times 3? 69, right? What about the second one? Now we have to multiply by 2. So this is again 6x plus 8y, because we're multiplying by 2 this time, equals to 17 times 2, which is 34. There we go. We have the same amount for x. Now, you know what I'm gonna do? Because they're both positive numbers, plus 6x and plus 6x, so I'm going to subtract them. So I'm gonna write this here again. And I'm going to subtract them. And you know why? Because if I subtract them, then I'll be able to eliminate x, because 6x minus 6x is 0. 15y minus 8y should be 7y, right? It's just 7y, but I just wrote plus here, so it's consistent. But it's just 7y. And 69 minus 34, it should be 35. So that means our y value should equal to 5. Yeah. Now I need to substitute this y value. This time I'm gonna use this one. I'll use this one, which doesn't matter, right? I'll just use the second one. So 3x plus 4 times 5, because our y value is 5, should equal to 17, which means 3x plus 20 is equal to 17. And if we move 20 to the other side, it's going to be minus 20, so it's going to be minus 3, right? Therefore, our x value is going to be minus 1. And our answer is correct. So right after this one, I'm going to be giving you a quiz. So wait for it. Let's finish this question 4 first. Find the x and y values as usual. So let's do the same thing. Apply the elimination and substitution method. Here I have minus and plus once again, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep this equation A as it is, I guess. And instead, I'm gonna multiply equation B by 2. So that is gonna be minus 4x, it's just the same equation, is equal to minus 2. But then our second equation turns into 4x plus 6y is equal to 72. I multiplied the second equation by 2. Now I'm going to add them so that these x's cancel each other. There's minus 4x and plus 4x, so if we add them, it's gonna be 0. Y plus 6y is gonna be simply 7y, or plus 7y, it's the same thing. Minus 2 plus 72, that should be 70. So our y value should be 10, right? Now, let's use this one. I'll choose this one. You can choose the other one if you want. 2x plus 3 times 10 is equal to 36 because our y value is 10 at the moment, which means 2x plus 30 is equal to 36. And if we move 30 to the other side, it's going to be 2x is equal to 6. Therefore, our x value should be 3. And we got it right. Now, quiz time. You can pause the video and solve question 1. I'll show you the answer one by one, so once you're done with question 1, unpause the video and check the answer. Then pause again to solve the second question, and so on, okay? Let's do it. So the answer for our first question was x equals to 2 and y equals to 1. Did you get it? Now, let's move on to question 2. The answer for question 2 is x equals to minus 1 and y equals to minus 1 as well. Did you get it? Now, let's move on to question 3. The answer for question 3 is x equals to 11 and y equals to 4. I hope you got it. Now, the final question of the quiz. But here's a challenge. This time I'm gonna distract you by showing our cat Reumi. He's 1 year old and you can find his videos also in my channel. But yeah, for now, go solve question 4. I hope you were able to focus on your calculations. Now, the answer for question 4 is x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 2. There's nothing wrong with x being 0, okay? It could still be part of the answers. At last, this is gonna be our final question of this video. It's a bonus question, and you'll see why. Here we have these two ugly equations. Can you immediately know what the least common multiple of these two numbers should be? It's hard, right? And we're too lazy to figure that out. So, what I'm gonna do now is, this time I'm gonna try to eliminate y, because it looks easier and it doesn't matter if we eliminate y. So, what I could do is I could perhaps multiply the first equation by 2. I guess that will work. 22x plus 2y equals 60. Don't forget to multiply everything by 2 so that we didn't change the equation. And we can copy down the same equation here for the second one. What should I do to eliminate y's? I should subtract, right? So, 22 minus 31. So minus is plus, right? So 22 plus 31 is equal to 53x. 2y minus 2y should equal to 0 equals 60 minus 99. So minus is plus, right? So 60 plus 99 is, I think it's 159. I think this is right, yeah. So we have 53x equals 159. This looks like our x value is gonna be 3. Am I right? So, our value for x is 3. We found the value for x instead of y this time. And now we're gonna do the same thing. Just substitute this value into one of the equations. I'll go to this one. So 11 times 3 this time, because we know our x value, which is 3, and we don't know the y value yet, is equal to 30. 11 times 3 is equal to 33, plus y is equal to 30. If we move 33 to the other side, it's going to be y is equal to minus 3. There we go. We eliminated y and still got the answers. And those answers appear to be correct. We'll continue this session in the next video. So I'm gonna be covering the same topic, but it's gonna be the next level of this one. So please keep following me, and I'll see you in the next video.